Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and today we're going to get back on our 3-point rake build. Now, unfortunately, as you can probably see with me being all bundled up and being able to see my breath, winter has officially hit. I don't think we're going to get to use this rake this year because the ground's already starting to freeze up. But we're still going to go ahead, get this thing finished, so hopefully in spring, when everything thaws out, this thing will be ready to go and we can put it right to work. So in the last video, we left off with tacking all our tines in to our square and our flat stock. And then I was debating if I wanted to put my sides on next. But then I thought about it. It's going to be kind of hard to weld all these in finally with the sides on. So I think we're going to start today by firing up the welder and getting all these tines finalized and in place. And then we can start working on our sides. So I think we got all the tines fully 100% welded in place. I am really excited about that. I think the next thing to do is flip this over and start working on our sides. So we got our two sides tacked on. I think it looks amazing. I am really excited about it. It's really coming together. I think the next thing we need to try to do before we weld these sides on is make our gussets that'll support the side panels back to this square tube on top. So let's figure that out. So I laid out my first gusset piece for the side here, and originally I was going to use 45-degree angles. And after I laid that out on the piece, I think that piece is going to be too small. It's just this little piece right here, and I don't think it's going to look right. I think it'll still support decently because this is a pretty heavy, thick piece of angle. I I don't like how small it's going to be, and it's going to leave a very small gap in the corner. I think I want something that's a little bit longer that'll end up going closer to the center. So I'm going to have to do some angle figuring and decide how I want this to look. All right, well, I think I got a much better piece. I'm gonna cut this line here and this line here, and this will end up being my gusset. I'm hoping it's gonna work out. I don't know, it's just kind of eyeballing things and drawing things. I didn't really have a plan. I have no idea what angles these are, but we're gonna cut this, piece it in, see how it looks, and if it looks good, then we'll make the same piece on the other side, just opposite. All right, let's see how our piece fits. Yeah, it's not even not even close. That's awful. I don't have this angle right. This angle's not bad. It just needs to be cleaned up. Yeah, that angle's not really right either. So. Yeah, not cool. I guess we're going to have to figure something else out. All right, so I trimmed up the ends on this existing piece, hoping to get the angles a little bit closer before we start cutting up more pieces. So let's see how it fits. Okay, so this side fits fairly well. It's pretty close. I can make that work. This bottom side, however, we're touching here. We're about 3/4 of an inch out over here. So that's not gonna do. And besides that, this is probably, I'd like to have this all the way out on the front leading edge, so I'm about 1.5 inches short from where I want to be. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to figure out this bottom angle, but I got to do something because this isn't working. Alright, so I think I'm just going to cut this line and see if that angle works better. I know it's going to end up significantly shorter, but I can use this as a template to make my other cuts then, and hopefully get it exactly the length I want. Alright, so I got that other side cut down again now. Let's see how this fits. Oh, that's going to work much, much better. It's definitely close enough for me to weld in. There's just tiny little gaps, which not a big deal. We can fill those in with the welder. So these are our angles. Now we're just gonna make a longer piece. All right, we got our new piece cut. Let's see how it fits. It's better. It's still a little bit short, almost probably about 1/2 inch, but it's gonna work. So we're gonna run with it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up another one of these for the other side, and we can clean these up and get them tacked in. All right, let's see how this other side fits. It fits pretty good. I can definitely live with that. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we can make that work. So let's go ahead and get this paint cleaned off and get these things tacked in. I gotta say, I am really happy with how these look. It looks awesome. I am so excited. These things are way more heavy duty than what this little rake probably needs, but this is what I had laying around, so you're gonna use what you got, and I think it looks awesome. I think our next step is to go ahead and get all the sides and gussets welded in permanently, and the rake part of this build will be complete. Well, there we have it. The rake is all welded together, and I think it looks amazing. I do need to do a lot of weld cleanup because my welds are not looking very pretty today. I don't know what's going on with me today, but we can do a little bit of grinding. Once we clean this up, paint it, it's gonna look great. Unfortunately, that's gonna do it for today. In the next one, hopefully we can start working on our bracket and support to mount this thing to our middle buster and actually make it a finished product. Hopefully you guys still found this interesting. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.